Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal. This is the 96th edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you have enjoyed my podcast. And it's me, Mr. Informal. And hopefully you are doing well. I know there's been a lot of coronavirus news lately, basically taking over the news, everything. So these are the 4 topics of the podcast. New bill regarding counterfeits. J.crew has another data breach. Why am I not surprised? Drunk shopping is actually a $1 billion industry. Could you believe that? Number 4, well, we gotta celebrate Women's Day, and I'm gonna give you my take. So those are the 4 topics for the Mr. Informal podcast. Please do not forget to add me on Instagram. That's MRINFORMAL. Basically, that's my adventures. And then check out my website, MRINFORMAL.com. So that is MrInformal.com. And so, last but not least, let's go ahead and start the podcast. So, topic number 1. It's coming from retaildive.com, titled New Bill Takes Aim at Dangerous Counterfeits. A bipartisan group of lawmakers introduced a bill this week aimed at stopping dangerous counterfeits and nudging platforms to curb the sales of counterfeits under a website dubbed Shop Safe Act, which means shopping harmful offers on platforms by screening against fakes in e-commerce. Wow, that is a long name. The bill would create trademark liability for online marketplaces when third parties sell fake products that could endanger consumer health and safety. How? To avoid liability, platforms would need to take steps to vet sellers and goods, such as verifying their identity and location, using technology to screen for counterfeits, and requiring sellers to agree not to sell counterfeits and consent to be sued in U.S. courts, among other practices. Platforms would also be required to quickly remove counterfeit listing as well as repeat listers of counterfeits. Wow. So the first paragraph basically says that the new bill targets counterfeits are public danger, those that can lead to illness, injury, allergic reaction, and death. But the prevalence of counterfeits is broad-based. What? So you tell me counterfeits can cause death? I did not know that. So in 2018, Government Accountability Office ran a modest test making 50 purchases from third-party marketplaces including Amazon, Walmart, eBay, and Sears. The office found that 43% of the products they bought were counterfeits. American consumers increasingly to turn to internet shopping. Counterfeits have followed consumers, and it is clear more must be done to combat the rising trend in online sales of counterfeit products. Okay, so my take on this is that you will never avoid counterfeits. And I have a question. They talking about death here. I'm trying to understand who died from a counterfeit. I mean, you must, to me, you must have the lack of common sense to die from counterfeits. Counterfeits will always be there, especially in the luxury market. Because the luxury market, well, if you don't have the money, you buy the fake one that's cheaper, and so that's what you get. And the brands think that, hey, we're losing money because people are buying counterfeits. Well, that's their money. Why would you care about their money? Well, obviously you kind of care about their money because make sales, make profits goes up, right? But at the same time, the consumers who really want your items and who really has the money to have your items or to buy your items, then go for those consumers. But at the same time, if you raise up your price thinking those same consumers will buy your products, no, you can't have it that way. It can't be a one-way street. It has to be a two-way street. Such as the problem, an example is Chanel. Keeps raising their prices, same with Rolex, keep raising their prices, and they are surprised that there are counterfeits. Well, you keep raising up your price, the consumers who can buy your items can't because you raise your price. Now they gotta look for alternatives to have your items, whether it be used items. Are you surprised that they're buying counterfeit items? I'm not. It's pretty obvious. And I'm trying to understand here. I get that those who eBays, other online vendors will get sued if they have consumers selling counterfeit items. Yeah, that's fine with me. But to have a bill, you already know that the luxury brands lobbied for this. It's pretty obvious. I mean, if you really want to avoid counterfeits, the future is gonna have that. If you really want to avoid counterfeits, how about have a tag item that can lead to a website, right? Like a QR scan code on your items, and then it will lead you. Oh, okay, then you have an authentic. How about that? How about making a digital verification? You ever thought of that? Maybe inside your bag, maybe at the label, but you get what I mean? But at the same time, counterfeits will never stop. Second topic from the retail.com. Again, the article titles J.crew reports data breach of J.crew reports data breach of customer accounts. Sorry about that. So, why am I not surprised this is happening again? J.crew earlier this week reported a data breach notice with the state of California Department of Justice that stated some customers' information was obtained by an authorized party in and around April 2019. Wow! News was first reported by TechCrunch. The number of impacted customers was not stated, probably millions. The company reported that data possibly obtained includes user logins, credentials, including email addresses and password. Accessible data also includes consumers saved last 4 digits of the credit card numbers, billing address, order numbers, shipping confirmation numbers, and shipment status of those orders per data breach notification. The retailer does not think that the hackers gained access to other accounts' information, but has disabled the accounts that were impacted. The company is advising to reset their password and also change their password in an account where the same password was used. According to the notification, the company did not immediately respond to Retail Dive's request for comment. Unbelievable. Here we go again. This is happening more and more. You see, I'm trying to understand how unauthorized third party get in. Well, it's possibly that J.crew's networking system and security is not secured enough. Not only that, they're advising for consumers to change password. How about also advising them to change their credit card numbers? Get a new card, get a new number. Let's be honest here. I would. Not only that, in the last paragraph, following the company's previous financial woes, the company reported $1.5 million in net income, an increase from $74 million net loss during the same quarter last year. Last May, it closed 20 flagship stores as part of the cost-cutting effort. In March 2019, it reportedly was working with restructuring attorneys amidst debt trouble and falling sales. So we got debt troubles, we got falling sales, and suddenly we got this data breach. Like, it's pretty obvious that maybe the people in IT at J.crew are leaving every day, and networking security in the networking system are not being monitored closely. Why am I not surprised? That could be it. And so, I mean, it's not just J.crew here. It's just basically the whole industry. It's not just the fashion industry. It's like any industry. It could be corporate. It could be by the financial industry. It could be the credit. It could be the fashion industry, shoe industry, whatever. If you are running a business and for some reason you can't figure out why these are happening, well, check your security system and stop having people opening emails or opening the wrong emails, maybe spam or whatever. I mean, it could lead to other things. That's why these things always happen. On the third topic. So, check this out, right? So, an article from Snobbity, however you want to pronounce that website, I keep mispronouncing it. New study reveals shopping is a $45 billion industry in the US. According to Finder's new study, Americans spent $44.9 billion on drunk purchases in 2019. WWD Women's Wear Daily reports that the average spending on drunk purchases have increased from $604.96 to $768.58. Wow, are you serious? Although the percentage of those partaking in drunk shopping is down 26.4% to 22.9% over the past year. Doesn't matter, the dollars still increase. So, the survey points out that food and alcohol are the most common drunk purchases, followed by shoes, clothes, and accessories, which account for 36.9% of drunken buys. Men are more likely to purchase shoes, clothes, and accessories while inebriated, while with 45.4% making drunk purchases compared to 20.2% of women. Unbelievable. Could you believe that? Drunk purchases becoming a $45 billion industry. I'm trying to think, if you're drunk, what would you buy? You would have at least to be tipsy to know what you're buying, but maybe that's the reason why. You don't know what you're doing, so you ended up purchasing it. See, that's the problem with people buying when they have smartphones and they have the Amazon app or eBay app. They quickly click purchase or buy, and suddenly they realize, oh, what did I get in the mail? Oh, I don't remember buying this, but you know what? I'll keep it, whatever. But that is absolutely crazy that $1 billion industry made from drunk purchases, and men are most likely to buy shoes, clothes, and accessories. But what about women? What do women buy? Doesn't really say. But doesn't matter, because that's still a lot of money that we're talking about in 1 year. In 1 year. Even though the people who partakes in these drunk purchases are down, but the amount actually went up. So apparently that people are either buying more or buying something expensive. Well, I'm not surprised. Another in the paragraph says Finder reports notes that 42.1% of millennials participate in drunk shopping, compared to 35.4% of Gen Z. Millennials spend an average of $879.71 while shopping inebriated, while Gen X spends $797.49 and Gen Z spends $650.48. Again, I'm trying to think. For me, I never bought anything when I'm drunk or even tipsy, because obviously I have common sense and not to do that. And when I do buy something, I want to make sure it's right, it is correct. And first of all, how do these study finds that they're drunk? I want to know, like, where did they get the study to say, oh, I'm drunk? Like, did they have some kind of survey? Or, well, maybe they did, but I want to know how many people were surveyed, how many people were admitted that they were intoxicated. I mean, there's a lot of questions here compared to answers. And so, for the last topic, Women's Day. Today is Women's Day. It is March 8, 2020. So, obviously, just want to make sure that We appreciate women, females, girls, ladies, whatever you want to call them, for everything they have done. I mean, do we need Women's Day when we have Mother's Day? I don't know. But at the same time, I do understand this day. I'm not against women. We need women. As a man, I need women. I mean, whether it be stability, compassion, emotion, support, a foundation, whatever you want to call it. So, even back from the history, yes, I know that different cultures have women just be on the side, basically belittling them. I mean, that's their tradition. I don't have a problem with that because that's their tradition. It's not for me to decide. It's not whether it be right or wrong. That's their tradition. There are also other countries out there that have women that are in a stronger position than men. Whether it be a queen, whether it be somebody, so whatever it may be. And like I said, there are countries out there who put women on the map. Predominantly women. There are also countries out there who belittling women, who put women down. That's just how it is. I mean, that's their tradition. At the same time, we cannot ignore the fact that the contribution that women have done in society, whether it be support, whether it be taking notice, whether it be being the first, whether it be while we're out at war, us men, women are taking care of the children. Again, to me, I work with women at work. Most of them are women. And again, yes, they have their problems, but at the same time, they're easier to communicate. Sometimes for the most part, they let go of their pride. Again, they're easier to talk to compared to men, because men, they just put their egos in front of them. So, as you know, you see in the news, you got different types of demonstrations celebrating Women's Day. It's a celebration for us to, again, not ignore the things that women contributed to the country, the society, the community, especially at home. And obviously Mother's Day is coming up. That's another celebration for Women's Day, and hopefully, things go well. Especially, not only that, I know that flowers are going to be expensive as usual, because they always seems to raise the price on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, and even Christmas. It's absolutely crazy. But today is Women's Day. And again, please don't forget to at least not ignore the things that women have done for us, and especially for you. And so that basically concludes this podcast. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoy listening to me and giving you some insights and giving you my take. And so don't forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL. And then check out my website, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. And so I will see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.